So CES 2024 just ended, so now let's talk about some of the most impressive things that were announced on the show floor. Nvidia announced their 3 new GPUs and AMD announced only one. Now, I'm sure all of you know that what those GPUs are, but for a recap, Nvidia announced RTX 4080 Super, 4070 Ti Super and a 4070 Super, and AMD announced RX 6700 XT. Now let's start talking about Nvidia's new Super family. Now, all the rumors that we have been seeing before the announcement, well, they are true. The RTX 4080 Super coming in January 31st at a price of $999. Nvidia is discontinuing 4080, so now if you want a 80 series GPU for this generation, you have only one option, and that is 4080 Super. Now the new 4080 Super will have the full AD103 300 GPU die. It has more CUDA cores compared to 4080. It still has 16 gigabytes of GDDR6X memory. To sum it up in one line, the RTX 4080 Super is the 4080 which it should have been in the first place. It's a better card at a good price, and I'm talking about $1,000 GPU. And yes, compared to 4080, it is good price, but I think that any $1,000 GPU for a consumer level shouldn't exist. Now the next one is the most impressive one, or at least in my eyes the best value for money one, and that is 4070 Ti Super. Now it comes with the most improvement in the family. It not only features AD103 die compared to 4070 Ti's AD104 die, it has more CUDA cores, it has more VRAM, 16 gigabytes GDDR6X to be specific. Clock speed is higher and it costs around $799, and it will be hitting the market at January 24. Nvidia also announced the RTX 4070 Super, which I think is the most unimpressive GPU in the lineup because it cost $50 more than the 4070 because Nvidia is not discontinuing the vanilla 4070. And if you pay $100 more, you have the 4070 Ti Super, which is gonna be a much superior card. So it is in a very odd space. If you pay $50 more than the 4070, you are getting a overclocked and a higher power of 4070, which is in this case 4070 Super. And if you pay $100 more, which I think most people should do, the 4070 Ti. Now, Nvidia also showed some benchmark numbers for all these GPUs, but I would suggest you don't look at those benchmarks because they are heavily biased towards these 40 series GPUs, because the test was done by using DLSS and frame generation both, and except 40 series GPUs, the DLSS and the frame generation isn't available in any other GPUs, and Nvidia is comparing these new GPUs with 30 series and 20 series. So wait for third-party benchmark and reviews, then make a buying decision. But Nvidia didn't talk about their low-end and mid-range GPUs because they are still at the same price, which I think the 4060 Ti, the 4060 is for the 4050, all of them are overpriced. To get a good GPU from Nvidia at a lower end, which are gonna offer you good value to your money, you have to buy either a second-hand GPU or a last generation GPU, and Nvidia is getting away with it because they are heavily focused on AI and data sector, where, well, they can charge anything they want if they can deliver good performance at a good efficiency. But on the consumer market, the story is completely different. You not only have to make a hardware which has good performance, good efficiency, but you have to price it accordingly. And if you think that AMD is gonna be your savior, well, the RX 7600 XT just has more VRAM and I guess a little bit overclocked than the RX 6700. And AMD themselves didn't talk about this GPU in their keynote. They, I think, spent a minute, even less than a minute. They just talked about, hey, this is the RX 7600 XT and this has more RAM and it's coming at this, I think in January. They didn't even specify the date, and they were completely focused on AI, and AI has been the buzzword or the trendy thing on the show floor. But don't make any buying decision before the third-party reviews are out. And you can subscribe to my channel, because when the third-party reviews are out, I will make sure to notify you guys. So don't forget to subscribe. And if you want to know more what AMD launched except this GPU, you can check this video right here. And if you want to subscribe, if you haven't already, do it by here. And there's Akash, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.